We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers. I'm the High Priestess here, Sandy, coming at you, joined with Matt Thomson, as usual, for our Tuesday offering of Rise Up Breathwork. I am coming in hot again today. Even though it's snowing and cold, I'm still coming in hot as usual. I hope everyone stays safe out there today. It is kind of wild weather-wise. I have a couple of announcements to make as usual. Super excited for this Friday's offering of Yoga Nidra with Anna. We will not be shuffling upstairs this week until about 8:15, so you can arrive anytime between 7 and 8:15. And then we will go upstairs for a gentle yoga practice. I really love Yoga Nidra. It's only about 20 minutes of slow flow, so we rarely even get up from the mat. But then it's a good 30 minutes of this guided meditation, which is like a body scan. And they say that Yoga Nidra, just 30 minutes of Yoga Nidra, is actually the equivalent of 3 to 4 hours of sleep. So it really gets your brain in this really nice, like relaxed state, and you leave feeling refreshed, and then you go home and have another great night's sleep. So it's really fun. This Saturday, for Soul Saturday at high noon, we have DJ Steve Miller. This is probably like his 7th time taking to the altar to raise the vibration for the congregation, and we are truly grateful for his energy. And then a super special Sunday offering this week. We don't usually do a lot on Sundays. Although this past Sunday, I have to say, we had an amazing birthday party for one of our members that just really filled my cup. Lots of old friends, new friends, surprises with like connections with these circles that, were made, which was really fun. But this Sunday, our musical director, DJ Frantic, is celebrating his 100th episode of his Twitch show called The Sunday Spin. So he does this every Sunday from 10 to 1. But this week, he's actually, instead of doing it from his home, he's going to be doing it live from the chapel. And he has, I believe, like 4 or 5 other DJs coming in to celebrate with him. Of course, my husband, DJ Rev JG, he's going to be one of the DJs. And I don't know, we're going to get that up on the website today. I have to actually review who he said was coming. But it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So like proper church time. You can come down and raise the vibration with us. We're going to have back-to-back Saturday and Sunday. Time for people to come in and check out the church. I just want to say thank you to all the new members that signed up over this past week. We're really gaining some traction. I updated the website to really reflect one of our dreams, and what I'm trying to fundraise for is to create an agricultural retreat center where we can be outside, learn about growing food, learn about herbs, and making our own medicine, because I truly believe that pretty much most of what we need is already right here, and Mother Earth is providing it. And as we work to embody the future that we are trying to create, I feel like getting us outside is kind of paramount. So if you guys see this vision, if you happen to know any billionaires who just really want to like smash that donate button, guys, there's a PayPal link right on the homepage, and all funds will be used to secure this dream of a future that's a little bit more sustainable and self-reliant and community dependent, and really this is what the membership is all about. Coming to us with what your dreams are and what your passions and hobbies and expertise, because the more of us that come together and combine our efforts and have the same kind of focus, like the more likely this dream is going to come true, right? So that's what I'm about, manifesting. And that, again, so much about manifesting for me has been able to calm my nervous system so that I'm able to more fully receive the messages from Source.
Yeah.
Right? So I appreciate the offering that you bring every week of breath work. And, my hope is that we can impact the globe. We really are just located near Boston, but, we're live on the interweb where we have the ability to reach people on the other side of the globe. So hopefully as we grow, more of us will be raising the vibration together and joining in this united force of just being the light. So thank you again for joining us. Matt, what do you have in store for me and us today?
Yeah. Today is going to be, I'm just going to be practicing, like for a breath work that I'm doing here on the 2nd or 3rd of February for a Friday night. So the theme for that night is going to be Eyes of Wonder.
Eyes of Wonder.
Yeah. And so we talked about it last night a little bit. So what do you kind of recall
So again, when you look into the eyes of a newborn baby, and all of their doors of perception are wide open, right? Because they haven't yet been conditioned to figure out really how to survive just yet, right? Like they will slowly start honing in on language and start honing in on, how they're going to survive, here on the earth. But yes, and then wonder when you maybe meet your twin flame or your soulmate, right? And this feeling of being drawn to somebody and why did they just catch my eye? And you just wonder there's some kind of magic there or something, right?
There is. Yeah, I think because there's so much wonder. That's why I want eyes of wonder, because it's so much excitement. There's so much so much potential. What's going to happen here? What's going to rise up? What's going to what's being created in this energy? If it's someone who I've known for we meet and I know I've known you for many lifetimes, or maybe it's someone that whatever it is, and I think when we look at a baby, you were watching that video last night. It's just it's so much it has so much potential. Everything has potential. What doesn't have potential?
Right.
In our creation. So the last 2 weeks we've been kind of reviewing last year, kind of using building blocks to focus on this year. And then I forgot what we did last week. Did we just do a body scan, or did we go a little bit?
Oh God, what did we do?
But I wanted to use the eyes of wonder just to start playing with the words for me for the breathwork piece, because it'll be a full blown piece. But I'm just gonna kind of goof around with it and explore with it today.
And I forgot to mention this Wednesday night, Matt is also doing his midweek vibe check, which will be a little bit more of a taste of what we are doing here, but live, in person. And when you're able to kind of be in the room of these, beautiful instruments, which again have potential, they are creating energy. We are all made up of energy. And so this healing modality, again, we're just trying to bring this to the masses. I know that not all of us are fortunate enough to be able to afford a lot of the workshops that are offered. And I'm so grateful that Matt has been really investing in himself and his training, and is about to graduate another program so that he can, really convey the power of this to us humans who, have this breath that's in us all the time, that's free, that we can tap into in these little moments that are digestible throughout the day. You don't always have to come to an hour-long class. But if you do have the time, on Wednesday, arrive at between 7 and 7:30, and Matt will hold space. And you can meet some of our, members and people who are thinking of becoming members, and just joining together in community to strengthen our immune system, strengthen our connection, heal. It's really a good time. And thank you for that also. So that is a donation-based event. So again, when you sign up for the membership, we try to make all of the donation, suggested donation half off. Everything is suggested. If you cannot afford the donation, please don't not come. Still come. We're never going to turn anybody away. Every Friday night, we try to keep completely, free by the members for the members. We're volunteering our time to share our passions so that we can just continue to grow. So without always money being in the equation, because we know it's a little bit tough for people right now. But Matt, so should I get on the
get
floor?
Nice and comfy.
All right, I forgot to get a mat, so I will be right back.
So as we kind of explore a little bit, we're going to kind of be up and down. So have your phone with you. So everyone can have their phone with them today, because we'll look up a video or your own.
Oh, we could have uploaded it. I'll have to get fancy in the future.
And so I'm just going to invite you at this time to just slowly kind of find your place, take your shoes off, lay a mat down, put a pillow down, get a blanket. Just do some light movements, some light stretching, whatever your body is asking for right now. Just kind of allowing yourself to settle, allowing yourself to stretch. Maybe using your ears to listen into the body and what it's asking for. And maybe just inviting in any type of breath or release through the breath, just to help let your system come into balance, allowing the system to have the needs met of the body right now as we stretch. And so, as we think about this, like manifesting and, as we're still entering this new year, sometimes it's like, what are we creating? What is it in your life? What is it in your journey that you want to bring forth? Is it the agricultural retreat center? If it's that, like, can we actually go into a process today, maybe lightly, of it actually, it's already happened. Like, we're there working on it. We have our, maybe imagining our first weekend retreat. Maybe seeing the plants for food popping up out of the ground for the first time. Maybe you have a desire to have a Lexus, a car, like a new car. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, because it's all different pieces of the puzzle that come together. And so sometimes, as we go through this process, we sometimes may not feel as though we matter. And so I don't want to really dive into, say, let's go into past traumas, or we got to work through this energy to manifest this. I think, like, let's just go down a road of how important you are as an individual. So I'm just going to invite you now to sit or to lay down, to bring your awareness to your breathing for a moment, allowing the mind to tune into right now, into this moment. And just tuning into the breath, tuning into the contact points that your body is making with the surface on the ground, the chair. As you breathe, maybe, how does it change the contact points with your back on the ground? Like, does it change anything with the lower back, the shoulder blades, or the spine itself, maybe coming up just a little bit? So we're just tuning into the breath, the contact points, maybe how the breathing affects the contact points on the surface that you're sitting or laying on. And just allowing our awareness to wander into that aimlessly. Just to kind of settle into this, like, little exploration of how just that awareness to the breath can maybe even just change something so simple like a contact point on the mat with your back. Maybe as you breathe in, it feels heavier in one spot, and as you exhale, it lightens in that spot and gets heavier in another spot. Or maybe the spine moves up and down a little bit. Or maybe you're just perfectly still and there's no change. And as you're settling into this little space, maybe attuning, staying with the breath, but put the breath in the back of the room. So it's kind of like we're not fully paying attention to it, but we're just lightly paying attention to it. And what we're going to allow to come into the room now is sound. My voice, or any sounds that you hear in your space or from here. And we have that awareness of the breath as we're breathing in all sound. Maybe for a moment you can repeat this out loud or to yourself if you want, but what if you were to breathe in on your inhales, the statement I'm going to say, and on the out breath, just breathe it out to the universe, letting the universe know the truth of these words. And so, we all matter. We're all so important. We all are, most importantly, we matter for our own personal life, our journey. And so I'm just going to invite you for a moment to just to imagine that you matter. And maybe just saying to yourself that I matter. A lot of times if something is coming up for you, it might be this little dude that hangs out with you called the doer. And the doer is always keeping you busy with this or that or this. And it's always I need to get this done so that this, and I need to get this done and so that this matters. And the doer can be keeping us satisfied or trying to keep up with what we feel makes us feel like we matter. It's because I can get all this work done or because of this. But really, the doer is just protecting you. We just matter simply just for who we are. We don't really need, the doer is nice to have around sometimes, but we don't need that as a security blanket or a way to prove that we matter. So I matter. Your truth matters. Your truth matters. You can say, my truth matters. And just breathe that out to the universe. My voice matters. My voice matters. Breathe that into your system. Invite an invitation to feel it in your system as you say, my voice matters. And then breathing that out. How I feel matters. Breathing this in for a moment. How I feel matters. And then breathing that out to the universe. My contributions to family, work, everyone around me matters. My contributions matter to society, to my family, to myself, to my friends, to anyone who comes into my pathway. And I love what you're writing, yeah. Don't allow yourself to be in a box, and that's what we're going to be doing today. We'll be talking about that a little bit later. That's what the eyes of wonder will be, is to look outside that box into the unknown potential. And so now as we settle into I matter, I'm going to invite you to just keep repeating, I matter, I matter. Just for about 30 seconds. And then on your next inhale, I'm going to invite in a breath hold. So we're going to breathe nice and deep into the stomach, through the nose, all the way up to the crown, to the top of the head. And hold it. And just hold it as long as you're comfortable. And then on the exhale, I'm just going to invite in that we drop in to how are you feeling right now in the energy of I matter. In the energy of I matter. You are so important for yourself. Most importantly, how we show up for ourselves, knowing that we matter. For when we come from this beautiful heart-centered place, how beautiful is it from here that we show up for others? And now I'm just going to invite in so if you do have any little doubts of I matter still at this point, I'm going to invite you to look at the doer, because most likely it's the doer that needs to prove why you matter. And actually just speak to the doer if it's still present for you, and let he or she know that you're okay right now. I'm in really good space. And I'm going to invite you to walk with me through the remainder of this journey. Just be with me. Just walk with me. And let's enjoy this discovery that we're going to go on right now. And just letting that doer know that it's okay to walk hand in hand without the doer trying to prove everything or stay so busy. The doer can take a break and just be with us for a moment. And so this breathwork piece that I'll be hitting on Friday night, it's either February 2nd or 3rd, is going to be the eyes of wonder. And so the eyes of wonder, like what Sandy was mentioning, like when a baby is first opening its eyes and it has no words, no way of communicating except for expression, right? And the eyes are just looking at everything. Like, what's this? It doesn't matter if it's a color, if it's mom, a brother, a pet, a picture on the wall, anything. It just looks at it and it's just like, whoa, what is this? You can see the baby's expression, the smile of just like this unlimited potential of what's possible right now. Yeah, and so these affirmations that we did with I Matter can really absolutely help with the self-esteem and maybe trying to find our way out of a hole from depression or anything like that. So, absolutely. and even inviting in, again, like anything that I'm saying here in regards to, like if there's that little protector with you, and maybe letting the protector know, like, for right now, like, I'm okay. And so, the wonder in the eyes, like when you maybe first met someone who maybe you were going to date, and you just like, you lock in, you're just like, whoa. And there's just like this sense of wonder, this sense of amazement, this sense of like, what's potential here? What's going to happen? What is this? Maybe it's a job, maybe it's rescuing a dog or a cat. Maybe it's just you worked for hours hiking up to the top of a mountain, and you see this like amazing view, and you're just like full of just joy and wonder. Uh, Maybe I'm just going to invite in that you bring in one real life situation for yourself for a moment. So just within the mind, coming up with a moment in your journey, along your journey, that where your eyes were full of wonder. And if it's someone else who's not in your life anymore, like, that's okay. Because this is just about finding that energy of wonder, excitement, that energy of just like, there's so much potential here, and I don't know what all the potential is. And that's part of the fun, right? Part of the excitement. And so as you settle into this, I'm going to invite you to maybe walk yourself through that moment, maybe re-seeing how beautiful this moment is, maybe seeing the person or all the details, or maybe the scenery that you're looking at, whatever it may be. It could be receiving a letter that you just got accepted to something, and you're just like, oh my God, and you're looking at it like, I can't believe this is happening. And then as you just kind of settle into this, I'm going to invite in that we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth for a moment, and just staying conscious of our breath. So staying conscious of breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, as we're going to now exhale out the images and discover the energy of whatever you brought to life right now from the past. This beautiful moment of seeing something that was so full of wonder and excitement, love, potential. How is this picture going to be painted? How is this movie script going to be written? And just dropping into this infinite energy of potential, of wonder, of excitement. So letting the picture go, using the breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, to maybe discover the energy of this wonder. Can we tap in and settle into this energy? Staying conscious of the breath, while at the same time we are discovering this energy, and maybe just sitting and allowing for ourselves to feel into this energy a little bit deeper. Maybe allowing for this energy to grow. Maybe it's like a little seed. Maybe there's just like this tiny little spark. Maybe I really can't feel it, but I can feel a tiny little spark. And maybe allowing for that seed to be planted, to grow at your pace. It doesn't need to be a full body experience, but it may also be a full body experience for you. We're all in different places. We all feel a little bit differently. And sometimes it may be hard to discover a feeling, and sometimes it may not. So wherever you are, just allowing for this growth of this energy, and maybe just acknowledging, like, I have this energy. Like, it's here. I know it's here. Staying with the breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And now just inviting in a nice deep breath and hold it up at the top. And then on the exhale, you're going to exhale everything out and hold at the bottom. And then we're going to drop into this sensation and let it rise for a moment. So we're doing a hold at the top and at the end of the exhale for a moment. And then dropping in to the sensations of wonder, potential, a script that maybe has not been written yet, or maybe the first words are just being put down, and discovering this energy. And now for a moment, bringing your awareness back to the breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And as we bring this in, I'm just going to invite you to go into a space of nothing. Just dropping in to the energy of who you are right now. Just fully wrapping yourself up in this beautiful energy that you have created. We have this ability to create how we feel, the energy that we rest in, the discovery of our essence through energy. So just enjoy who you are energetically right now. Who are you right now? Not the person, not the physical, the energy of you right now. Can you tap into that? Maybe unwrap it a little bit deeper. And now I invite you to bring within the mind one thing that you wanted to bring into life this year. So just inviting in one thing that maybe we had some building blocks last year and I'm here with that, but I want to go, where is it you want to go with it? So for a moment, I'm going to like you to invite in you seeing your work happening. So whatever you want to bring up that you would like to bring into your life now, this year, envisioning it as it just happened just now, like it just, whatever it is, just see it, feel it, breathe into it, in through the nose, out through the mouth, staying with that breath, allowing for this breath to paint a picture. Maybe the breath is like the paintbrush, and it's helping us to envision a little bit deeper within our system this picture, this image, this moment of like, oh my God, it's happening. It's actually happening. It's actually happening. Like, it's really here. Like, whoa. And then, like, and now that it's here, what is its potential? Like, what's it going to grow into? And just feel into this energy of maybe how it's affecting other people, maybe how it's affecting you, maybe how it's affecting animals, maybe how it's affecting whatever it is. Really inviting in a deepening of this movie, another chapter in the movie, and allowing for this movie to just kind of run right now. And at the same time we're seeing this movie run, I invite in the energetic signature, the energy, how this feels in our system. When we discover this energy right now, we don't need to manifest with words. We can just create with our energy. This is where the power lies. This is where the beauty is. This is how we really may explore turning into and being an antenna, drawing in the energy of what we want, attracting the energy of what we want, because we matter, I matter, you matter, your dreams matter. This energy, the more we move into this and shift and breathe into it, maybe end our day with it, start our day with this energy, like begin exploring as the invitation, this energy, maybe using some words in the beginning and then dropping into this energy and letting it grow every day. Maybe giving this like 2 minutes every day or 5 minutes. And now I invite in an acknowledgement to this discovery today. And just acknowledge that I know you're here. I know how to create this energy. I know how to find you now. And maybe letting this energy know that you're coming back to greet it again and to work on this movie and to create this energy to become so powerful, so beautiful, that it automatically draws to me whatever the thing is that you're creating. And then just letting it go and honoring it, maybe thanking it, maybe lightly bringing in some movement and allowing the energy to shift more completely throughout your whole body. Maybe to lightly bring back awareness to the ground that you lay upon. Maybe bringing back your awareness without opening your eyes yet, though. Keep your eyes closed, is my invite here. And as you're awakening back into your space, my invitation here for a moment is to, when you open your eyes, to scan the room real quick and put your eyes on something in the room. And then regardless of how many times you've seen it, I'm going to invite in that you create something new, like that, a new potential for whatever it is that you're looking at. So as you open your eyes, to find something in the room to look at for like 1 minute, and to really look at it through a new lens, a new light, and to see and discover maybe a new potential, a new wonder of amazement of, oh, like bringing it to life in a new, exciting, beautiful way. And then just gently bringing yourself back, maybe thanking yourself for a moment for just being open to this journey of like how important you are and how much you really matter, and how maybe a protector can walk with us and letting it know that, hey, you know what, I'm okay right now. Just walk with me, be with me. How you doing over there? How was that little preliminary showcasing of this breathwork piece?
I loved it. Yeah, no, I think like we talk about, whether it's journaling or visualization,
Yeah.
is so instrumental for me in my ability, to manifest. Like I've been pretty good at it, and I didn't really even have a word for it as a child, but I'm a dreamer. I'm a big dreamer. You know this. And I ended up focusing on the bird cage. We have this really insane, antique bird cage. When I was a child, my nickname was Birdie. My mom said that she always just knew I was going to fly the coop, that I was just meant to, explore the world, and that, I would always be a seeker. So, a lot of what we've been talking about what our intention is here is, again, like, we're not going to try to tell you what help we think you need. We're here to support you to learn how to be free. Yeah. So just like in my mind, I was like, birds don't belong in a cage.
Yeah.
And I always felt really bad for people that kept birds in homes when I was a kid. Like, they always just seemed under distress. Like the sound of their cries were not natural compared to birds in the wild. And then it was interesting. I had a vision of the cage filled with money. as we, again, ask for help, as we ask for these donations, like, I don't know why, it just filled up with money.
I love it.
I know, right? Just because, again, like, it does take resources to make dreams come true. You know what I mean? And I wasn't born rich. I was born lucky. But I wasn't born rich. And
well,
again,
you are rich.
Well, I'm rich, right. I'm rich in other ways. Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that we have to say no to abundance financially, because we're really using it for, not for ourselves, but for everyone.
To leave a legacy for the future generations, and to show Mother Earth that we care, right? And to show our gratitude and to take care of what we already have, because I think that's a big part of, like, as we move into the future, just kind of like conserving and reusing, reducing our consumption, but not reducing our energy and our love, So, like, again, I think, like, paying attention to what you are consuming, pay attention to, when you spend your hard-earned dollars, what are you supporting? Because that's a choice every single day, as you do put money or resources back into the flow. I hope you do consider, supporting our mission, and you can find out more about the mission if you sign up for our newsletter at pcsam.org. You can also follow us on YouTube, PCSM Church. We are also that handle on Instagram. I've been a little quiet on social media for a lot of my businesses in the last couple of months, just because I'm so busy minding my businesses and the humans that are actually here, in front of me. So the newsletter is something we try to be really consistent about, whether or not we're actually posting on social media. So definitely the newsletter is going to be the best way to find out about, events that, like, this Sunday's event was very quickly planned, and sometimes you just have to, like, spontaneously have a celebration. And that's what we're about, is more fun, more joy, connection with music, with whether it's, we're going to have an ecstatic dance night coming up. We're going to have a healing illumination with Christina, which I'm really excited about, from Duxbury. Is going to be coming in, and I think it's like 2 Fridays, the 26th, to bring some Qigong, breathwork, light movement, somatic healing. So, all of these things are, like, we're a little bit foreign to me, 4 or 5 years ago. So, it's really exciting to be able to share these modalities for folks that may be suffering, or maybe have been isolated, and then they find us and we're like, hey, let's learn something new, let's, like, come together and find some joy. So I've been really grateful for Friday nights and for Saturdays here at the church, and for everything that Matt's offering. And Anna will be here tomorrow for our midweek reset at 1 p.m., which is a slow flow yoga class. She's our self-care doula, as we like to call her. And that mama, I'm telling you, she's a strong one. And just being in her, presence, and Sarah, for everything she's been offering on Friday nights and everything. Like, I've just been really inspired by the humans that have been attracted to the organization, to just learn, to kind of, like, be better, feel better, be happier. Because, again, it's not like we don't have struggles, you know what I mean? We're all dealing with it. We're in it in our own way, and we don't really know what it's like to walk in somebody else's shoes. But when we come together over a shared experience, we kind of the rest of the world can kind of melt away for a little while, and our troubles can be on pause, and our worries and our woes. And, instead of vibrating in fear of the future, we try to manifest, like, abundance and love and joy and peace. And so that's what we're doing. I'm always so, like, after I do my breath work, I'm just in the flow. And I'm always ready to face the day, and, try to make some kind of a positive contribution in one way or another, to one human at a time, one organization at a time. I'm going to be hopefully supporting some other fundraisers this year. We'll put some information on our website about suicide prevention to benefit Children's Hospital. Matt and I were talking about how we're going to get this bus out there to serve the community, so we do have this bliss bus that we can go on magical mystery tours with, and, find some, if you are a 501c3 and you're looking to team up, and, we have some manpower, we have some brain power. Maybe you have a project that you think we'd be interested in, as far as it concerns, helping Mother Nature, or, developing community programs for maybe children. Like, we're all ears, so we are looking for volunteer opportunities, as well as accepting volunteers. So, again, reach out via the newsletter. You can book a tour of the chapel with me, which is how I initiate new members. I like to sit with everybody, figure out what drives you, what, you would like to contribute to a spiritual community, so that we can, better support one another.
Beautiful.
That's my mission.
All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thank
I
you.
will see you next week, Matt. I'll see you sooner.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll see you back
Thank
here
you.
next Tuesday.